Preparing for the Praxis Core Writing 5723 exam doesn't have to be a struggle. You just need the right prep materials and a few encouraging words. Hi, I'm Olivia, a test prep expert here at study.com, and I'm here to help you pass your Praxis. In this video, we're going to go over a few practice questions to get you ready for your upcoming exam. Spend just a few minutes with me, and you'll start feeling much more confident about test day. But before we dig into the questions, let's go over what to expect from this Praxis 5723 exam. The Praxis Core Writing exam is an important test for many future educators. It shows that you have the foundational writing skills necessary for teaching students effectively. With 40 multiple choice questions and 2 essay questions, all in 100 minutes, this exam can definitely be intimidating. But you don't have to be too nervous. When you practice both content areas, text types, purposes in production, and language and research skills for writing, you can walk into your test with confidence. Today, we're focusing on essential language skills, namely identifying unclear pronouns and correcting shifts in numbers and persons. But here's some good news. You can take the strategies I go over today and use them on all the multiple choice questions in the test. So, let's get started. Here we go. Select the underlined portion that must be revised to produce a correct sentence. If there are no errors, select no errors. The puppy we brought home from the animal shelter is so full of playful mischief that it's easy to understand why your entire household would be entertained by it. A, that it's. B, no error. C, so full of. D, we brought home. Or E, your entire household. When you're looking for a grammar error, the best thing to do is look at your answer options first. That way you know what parts of the sentence to analyze. Staring down that would be entertained part is just going to waste time if there's no way it's wrong. So let's look at our options. It always pays to double check the apostrophe in its, like in option A, but we have the right one in this sentence. There's nothing wrong with so full of or we brought home either, but the phrase your entire household is incorrect because the pronoun your does not match its antecedent, the pronoun we in person. A pronoun must agree both in number and person with its antecedent, meaning the word, phrase, or clause it refers to in a sentence. In this instance, we is a first-person pronoun, so it should correspond with another first-person pronoun, our. Therefore, our entire household should be used instead of your entire household. Your, on the other hand, is a second-person pronoun, and incorrect for the context. The correct answer is option E. Here's another question. Select the best way to revise the underlined portion of the sentence. Answer the question by selecting the correct response. Jed and Ray were among the team that met to discuss the program for the interns and decided that their focus should be on hands-on training to facilitate career growth. A, their, B, the teams, C, the interns, D, their, or E, Jed and Ray's. Okay, this sentence is grammatically correct, which means we can cross off a few options right away. But if the grammar is fine, what's the issue here? This is a classic example of a vague pronoun. It's unclear whether their refers to Jed and Ray, the team, or the interns. A vague pronoun lacks clarity because it does not refer to a specific noun or antecedent in the sentence. When a pronoun is vague, it can confuse the reader or listener about what or whom it is referring to, leading to ambiguity in the sentence's meaning. The correct answer, the teams, clarifies what their means in the sentence. Ready for the next question? Select the underlined portion that must be revised to produce a correct sentence. If there are no errors, select no error. Patients suffering from chronic conditions heavily depend on physicians, and their burnout negatively impacts the safety, healthcare outcomes, and care standards. A, their, B, impacts, C, suffering, D, depend, or E, no error. To answer this question, take a moment to look at every underlined word. In questions like this, look out for subject-verb agreement, consistency between singulars and plurals, tricky homophones, and vague pronouns. In this sentence, impacts agrees with burnout. Suffering properly describes the patients, and depend agrees with patients. So, is it no error, or is there an issue? There is grammatically correct, but it is vague. It's unclear which noun the pronoun refers to. Patients or physicians. Hence, the vague pronoun must be replaced with its noun antecedent, the physicians. That means our answer is A. Next question. Select the underlined portion that must be revised to produce a correct sentence. If there are no errors, select no error. The kindergartner began yelling and demanding a snack, despite eating all of their food during breakfast, which had taken place just a few minutes earlier. A, had taken place. B, minutes earlier. C, no error. D, their food, or E, yelling and demanding. Just like with other examples, focus on the underlined passages and look for common mistakes around agreement. All of our verbs check out, and so does minutes earlier. That leaves us with just two options: their food or no error at all. Well, there is plural and kindergartner is singular, so a revision is necessary to make this grammatically correct. This is an easy place to get tripped up, since some individuals do use they/them pronouns. There are other Praxis tests focused on supporting diversity. On the writing test, you can assume this is a grammar mistake. To correct the sentence, the word there should be changed to a singular possessive pronoun, such as his or her, or even another singular gender-neutral pronoun like zer. Don't overthink it, the exam isn't trying to trick you. The correct answer is D. I hope you found these example questions helpful and that you're feeling more prepared for your writing test. For more practice, check out our Praxis Core Writing 5723 playlist. And for even more detailed practice, strategies, and customizable study materials, head over to study.com and check out our Praxis Core Writing Test Prep course. Those who use study.com boast a 92% pass rate. Our courses include full-length exams, hundreds of authentic practice questions, and short targeted video lessons specifically developed based on the latest test updates. With our resources, you'll know exactly what to expect on test day. Like this video and subscribe to this channel to get all the latest Praxis test updates. And please leave your questions and success stories in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching and happy studying.